Hello, my name is Chris Presnell. I work as a flying field service engineer, working on C-230s for IBA.
Chris Presnell is working at IBA. In 2022, he was diagnosed with cancer and was treated with proton therapy. Chris decided to share his moving journey with us. His story gives a powerful meaning to our daily job at IBA.
In February of 2022, I was shaving, and while I was shaving, I noticed a lump on the right side of my neck. When the doctor looked at the lump on my neck, I could see the concern in his eyes. The specialist sent me for a PET scan, and the PET scan showed that I had throat cancer, and that had traveled to the lymph node on the right side of my neck. The feeling was surreal. It was a very strange feeling because I felt calm. I had a comfort, which I knew was very strange because normal would be to just freak out. I knew that time was not on my side, and I knew I had to decide something quickly. During this time, I shared that I had cancer with two of my friends, Max and Alina Murphy. While I was telling Max about my cancer, he said, "Why don't you come to Philadelphia and be treated here?" So I said, "Max, do you know what you're saying? Do you understand? Do you know what you're getting into?" So Max said, "Yeah, it'll be okay. We're looking forward for you to stay with us." I was amazed and humbled that he was offering this to me. I knew we was friends, but I never dreamed that he would offer this to me. So soon I had my first surgery to remove the cancer in my throat. That surgery was not very hard on me. Still, I was in a lot of pain, but it was not as bad as the second surgery that I had to remove the lymph node in my neck. That surgery, it really affected me. It messed up my shoulder. I had some nerve damage. So after some time of recovery, I had another appointment with Dr. Farwell. Dr. Farwell, he had some bad news for me. He said because the cancer in the lymph node was above a certain size, that I would now need radiation. Of course, working for IBA and working in proton therapy, I wanted to be treated with proton. It was a very good feeling knowing that, I'd worked on the machine that was now going to help save my life. So soon it was time for me to be treated. And whenever I was laying on the table, all these thoughts were going through my head. What will I feel? I was already in a lot of pain, and I didn't need any more pain in my life at that time. Whenever the therapist come over the speaker and said, "Okay, we're about to start treating," I soon heard the scanning magnet start scanning. I knew I was being treated at that time. I did not feel or see anything. That is the great thing about IBA's proton therapy machine, that you don't feel or see anything. Cancer patients, myself included, was already in a lot of pain. From the time I was told I had cancer until my last cancer treatment was about 5 months. I was from being told that you have cancer and if you don't get treated, you'll have about 2 years to live, to finishing my treatments. And I had a PET scan which confirmed that I was now cancer-free. It's so amazing to me that, just 5 months after having cancer that has traveled to a lymph node, it's so amazing to me, and I'm very thankful to everyone that was around me that supported me. Being positive like a proton was very important to me at that time. And being positive, you help yourself get through these hard times. You must always stay positive and surround yourself with positive people. I'm amazed at how many people's lives the IBA touches. My life was also impacted before I had cancer. I had 2 uncles and a friend who had cancer. And they all 3 were treated with the proton therapy machine in Knoxville, Tennessee, the one that I helped install and maintain. This made me very proud, knowing that I was a part of this great thing that was going to help them help save their lives.
Thank you so much, Chris, for this heartfelt story. But what matters the most today? How do you feel?
So currently I'm doing pretty well. I feel pretty good. I still have some pain in my shoulder. I'm getting better every day. I constantly exercise it and stretch it. I still have some numbness in my jaw and my neck area, but other than that, I'm doing really well. I lost considerable weight, and because of that, I feel so much better. So I feel like I'm doing very, very well, especially after being told that your life expectancy is 2 years. And after 5 months of surgeries and treatments, I'm now cancer-free, which is an amazing thing to me. It's just so amazing, and it makes me so very proud that I work for IBA, a company that makes this possible for people all over the world.
You told us how grateful you are to IBA, but your working experience was very helpful as well. Can you tell us a bit more?
So there was one morning I was to be treated first thing in the morning. And while I was sitting in the waiting room, I had learned that there was going to be a delay in treatment. So, having working on these machines, I was curious of what was going on. So, in gown, I walked down to the main control room and talked to the IBA employee, the operator, and he informed me that the cyclotron's deflector was acting up. So, of course, I wanted to look at it and see if I could help. And so after a few minutes, I was able to get the cyclotron stable. And after I got the cyclotron stable, I said, okay, treat me. This made me very happy because while I was in the waiting room, I seen so many people waiting to be treated. And one patient really sticks out in my mind is this young girl. She's probably 5 or 6 years old. She was bald. She was looking up at her father with this trust in her eyes. And it just made me feel good that we was able to get the machine working so that her and everyone else waiting that day could be treated. Okay.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you for listening to my story. It was my pleasure to share it with you. Thank you very much.